So welcome to Slow Flow. My name is Lynn Block. We are going to start in easy seated position. So whatever's comfortable for us. Again, I'm not playing music, so if you want to play music in your background, please feel free to do that. So easy seated position. If we need to sit up on blocks, blankets, pillows, please feel free to do that. If you want those legs straight, they can be straight. Relaxing our shoulders back and down. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Let's just breathe here. Inhaling, ribs expand in all directions. And exhaling out the back of the throat and out that nose. Inhaling, nice deep breath in. Fill the lungs completely. And then maybe the belly. And then exhale from the belly, pressing the air out the lungs and out the nose. Continue taking those nice deep breaths in, allowing our belly to expand after the lungs are full, and exhaling back out. As we're breathing, notice how we're feeling today, physically. How are we feeling mentally, emotionally? Just acknowledge how we're feeling, honoring that as we move through our yoga practice today. Letting go of all judgment and competition on the four corners of our mats. Making sure we work at our own level, our own pace, taking options that we need. Give me a few more breaths right here. So I bring our hands towards heart center. We're going to add some breath work with our arms. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And exhaling, open wide. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, open wide. Inhaling, making our spine super long. And then exhaling. A couple more with those arm movements here. Thinking about moving slowly with our breath. Maybe slow that breath down. Once our arms are by our hips, let's slowly press our hands into the ground, leaning back, opening the chest. Think about pushing the chest forward, lifting the heart center towards the ceiling. Eyes may look towards the ceiling. And just breathe here, holding. Really open across the collarbones here. Inhale, slowly coming back to center. Let's add some gentle twisting. Let's walk to the right side. So maybe walk that hand behind us, right hand behind us, left hand can use the leg for a little twist. Inhale, coming back to center. Then go to the other side. Maybe walk the left hand back and use the right hand on the leg for a gentle, easy seated twist. Slowly coming back to center. Inhale, lift the chest up. Let's slowly look over our right shoulder. Just check out our neck. How's it feeling today? Inhaling to center and exhale. Look over that left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Taking our right ear to our right shoulder, and maybe that left palm comes up. Just feeling a little bit more through the neck. Shoulders are away from the ears. Feeling stretch through the neck, maybe the top of the shoulder. Inhale, lifting up, bring the hand back in. And then ear to the left shoulder, and maybe the right hand palm comes up. Just releasing through the spine, or the neck and the top of the shoulder. Inhaling, lifting back to center. Bring our chin down to the chest, release the back of that neck. And then inhale, slowly lifting up. Bring our knees to one side and come to all fours position. Feel free to pad those knees if we need a little extra padding under the knees. Palms spread or fist for wrists. Nice neutral spine. Knees are under our hips, hands under shoulders. Inhaling. Let the belly drop into cow. Lift the head. And then as we exhale, coming into cow. Cats. Inhaling, releasing as we come into cow. And exhaling into cat. So moving between cat and cow. Noticing how the spine is feeling today. If we have any tight spots in that spine, and be mindful of that as we go through our yoga practice. Okay, one more of each pose, moving with that breath. Returning to that neutral spine, finding that nice neutral spine. Go into a spinal balance. We're going to flow from right side and left side. So right foot back, left arm forward, lengthen, pull the belly button to the spine. Inhale, coming in, switching sides, lengthening, and then slowly coming in. So just alternating from side to side. Find that core engagement, and then switching sides. Inhale, reaching long. Exhale, coming in. Try to create some fire with our breath. Create some heat. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, coming in. Just noticing where we're feeling anything today and how this movement is feeling through our spine. A few more. And if we're ready, go ahead, finish the one that we're on. Let's go into child's pose. We can sit back over those heels. We can separate those knees. Those hands can come forward, dropping the forehead towards the mat. And notice how child's pose feels today. Make any adjustments if needed. We can come back to this child's pose anytime during our yoga practice. Inhale, lifting up. Let's walk to the right edge of the mat and sit back into the left hip. And breathe. Inhale, lifting up. Walk across the mat to the left edge. And exhale, sit into that right hip and breathe. Noticing if we feel tightness down the sides of our bodies. Which side is a little tighter? Inhale, lifting up, walking back to center. Exhaling, sitting back in child's pose. Inhale, lifting up. We separate our knees, walk them in. Sitting back over those heels. And then inhale, shifting forward to that kneeling plank. Exhale, back over those heels. So warming up those shoulder blades here. Inhale, shifting forward. Shoulder blades slide down the spine. Exhale, shift back over those heels. Inhale, shoulder blades moving down the spine. Engage the core. And then exhaling, shoulder moves up the spine. So really when we find that stopping point, our shoulders, wrists, and hips are all in one line. And when we come back, they're still in a line overhead. Engage that core right here. Feel that belly button pull towards the spine when we're forward and exhaling back. We're going to add a little bit more, shifting forward. Give me a little push forward so the shoulders are over the fingertips. Bend the elbows, crocodile, and push back up and over. The heels. Inhale, shift forward. Push that chest forward slightly. Bend the elbows, crocodile, pushing back up and over those heels. Noticing are feeling our core engage. Let's focus on our core today. Notice when we feel it. I'm going to remind ourselves about it as we move through our class. One more time. Little crocodile. And then back over those heels. Inhale, shift forward. Do that little crocodile and then drop the hips down and drop the chest down. Feet about hip width apart. Inhale, lifting up. Baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up. Baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Pressing back up. So you got to kind of go through that push up and then back into child's pose. Let's get ready for our first down dog of the day. Plant those hands firmly. Turn the feet over. Exhaling as we lift the tailbone towards the sky, finding downward facing dog. Softening our knees if our hamstrings are tight. Head is between those biceps, sliding the shoulder blades down the spine. Let's inhale, lift both heels up. Exhale, drop one heel in, bend one knee. Inhale, lift both heels up. Switch legs to stretch up those legs. Walking this downward facing dog. Wakening up the backs of those legs. Let's go ahead, hold, downward facing dog, drop both heels. If we need to soften those knees, please soften the knees, any amounts, and breathe. Inhaling, as we exhale, slowly walking those feet forward, coming into forward fold. Softening both our knees as much as needed. Reverse swan dive, inhale, rising up. Exhale, let's find our mountain pose. Feet come underneath our hips. Lift the toes, press into all four corners of the feet. And slowly feel that grounding. And then lift the kneecaps. Pull the kneecaps up towards the hips. Pull the belly button to the spine. Shoulders dropping away from the ears. So think about engaging the pelvic floor muscles. Pulling those pelvic floor muscles kind of up towards the belly. Finding Mula Bandha, that's the pelvic floor engagement. And Uddiyana Bandha is the abdominal engagement. Finding that mountain and breathing here. Feeling dynamic tension from our feet all the way up. And let's add an inhale, arms sweep up towards the sky, and exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling, hands to your heart center. Inhale, lifting. Exhaling to your heart center. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale through heart center, releasing the arms beside us. Take our right arm, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lengthen, and then maybe add a little lean. Inhale, lifting, switch. Left arm goes up, and exhale. Switching again, inhale, lift. Exhale, add that side bend. Inhale, switching again, and exhale, adding that side bend. Inhale, release both arms down. Exhale, take your hands behind our back. I'm going to rest my hands on my hips. Pull the elbows back. Push the chest forward, engaging through the upper back. A little bit of engagement in the gluteals. Focusing on the opening of the collarbones. Slowly releasing those arms beside us, finding that mountain pose. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhaling, forward fold, swan dive forward, forward folding. Soften those knees any amount. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhaling, forward fold. Soften those knees again. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhaling, find chair. Sit back in chair. Hands can come forward or heart center. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway up. Exhaling, forward fold. Soften our knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, finding chair. So go through this part of our flow any way you want, adding anything you want. If you want to add some twists, welcome to add some twists. Welcome to stay longer in forward fold. Inhale, lifting up. So kind of moving whatever feels natural to us today. Just finding a little flow here, generating a little heat in our half of our sun salutation, the standing half. Inhale, lift into chair. Doing whatever feels natural. We'll do a couple more rounds. Again, adding anything you like, the twists, balancing chair, anything that feels natural. Please feel free to add our own flair to this. Let's do one more flowing here. And we're going to meet in mountain pose. So coming back into our mountain pose. So think about that engagement again. Are we still locked in our feet? Engaging that Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, shoulders away from the ears, back and down. Let's go into a sun salutation. I'm going to step to the front end of the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhaling, forward fold. Lunging our right foot back or stepping both feet back to down dog. Finding down dog. Shifting forward to plank. And we can stay on our toes or drop to our knees. Exhale back to down dog. Let's do this 3 times. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhaling back to down dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale back to down dog. We're going to add that crocodile here. Inhale, shift forward to plank. If we need the knee option, take it. Bend the elbows, crocodile. We can flip over into up dog, or we can do baby cobra. Take options. Exhaling back to down dog. Go ahead, walk that dog, alternate those heels. Inhaling, pick our right leg up in the air. Exhaling, lunging between our hands. Dropping our back knee down. Inhale, lift our chest up, walk up that leg. Hands can be on the leg, heart center, or overhead. Inhale and exhale, holding. Inhale. As we exhale, hand comes down. We're going to twist. Bringing that left arm to the outside of the leg. Right arm can reach behind us. If we're protecting shoulder, hand to low back. Think about that twist here. Inhale, twist through the upper back. And breathe. Slowly releasing on the exhale back to center. Taking my left hand to the mat and also put it on books or yoga blocks. Right arm either up in the air. Kneeling lunge twist. You can also take the hand to low back. So inhale, twist through that upper back, looking straight ahead or over the shoulder, up at the arm. Exhale, holding, sinking in the hip. Maybe one more inhale. As we exhale, releasing down, going to that half split. So we're going to walk back. Hips shift back, pull the toes towards the nose. Finding that half split here. Noticing our hamstring, how it's feeling. Walking back forward, kneeling lunge. Slowly turning that back foot over, lift the back knee up. Low lunge, hands to ground or yoga blocks. Inhaling as we exhale, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, forward fold. Softening our knees, inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhaling to chair. Inhale, lift up. Exhaling, forward fold. Left foot step back to lunge. Both feet back to down dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Let's do this 3 times. Shift forward to plank, toes or knees, and then back to down dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhaling back to down dog. Inhaling, shift forward to plank. Exhale to down dog. This time we're going through that sun salutation. Inhale, shift forward, plank, toes or knees. Crocodile. Baby cobra or up dog. Exhaling back to down dog. Walk that dog, alternate those heels. Inhaling, lift the left leg up in the air. Lunging forward. And then drop the knee down. Right here, kneeling lunge. Make sure the front knee is in line with the ankle. Inhale, walking up the leg. Hand can be on the leg, heart center, or overhead. Sinking into our hips as we breathe. Releasing those arms down if they're up, adding that twist. Right hand on the outside of the leg, left hand reach back, looking down that hand. And we're protecting our shoulder, hands and low back. Really think about inhale, twisting that upper back. Exhale, sink into those hips. Inhaling. As we exhale, untwisting. Taking our right hand down to the floor. Left hand in the air, lunge twist. Or behind our back, so kneeling lunge twist. Checking that our front knee is in line with our ankle. Opening the chest to that left leg. Releasing the hand down, going to half split. Slowly walking our hands back, shift the hips back, pull the toes towards our nose. And breathing. As we breathe, notice how this hamstring feels compared to the other one. Slowly shifting back forward, coming into that kneeling lunge. Turning that back foot over, lifting the back knee up into low lunge. Breathing. Inhaling as we exhale, stepping feet together, forward fold. Inhale and exhale, hold this forward fold. Soften our knees, inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhaling to chair, we're gonna hold this chair. Hands can be forward or heart center. Welcome to stay grounded in our heels. Keep sinking in the hips. Maybe lift those heels up, balancing chair pose. If we want balancing chair pose. If we want to stay grounded, please stay grounded. Inhale and exhale. Give me one more inhale. If we're in balancing chair, stay in it. Inhale, lifting up, lengthen the legs first. Engage the core, reaching towards the ceiling so we're on our toes. Exhale, drop the heels down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, center. Soften our knees. Swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, holding forward fold here. Options. Staying in this forward fold, chest towards the thighs. We can choose to do hands to big toe, holding our big toes, straightening the arms, or we can choose gorilla pose if we like. Think about lifting the tailbone up, relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders. Lengthening the arms if we're using big toe or gorilla. Noticing our backs of our body, noticing those hamstrings. Softening our elbows, softening our knees, releasing the hands. Inhale, lift halfway up, holding here. Push the tailbone back. Try to activate through the core as we hold. Shoulders down our spine like they're going in our back pocket, pushing the tailbone back nice and flat. Inhaling as we exhale, forward fold. Right foot step back to lunge. Both feet back to down dog. Sun salutation. Shifting forward to plank, knees or toes. Crocodile, bend the elbows. Inhale, choosing up dog or baby cobra. Exhaling back to down dog. Walk that dog, alternate those heels. Let's work a little core, holding down dog. Inhale, right leg in the air. We're going to shift forward to a three-legged plank. Shifting forward, three-legged plank if you need to, toe down. Exhale, back up, three-legged dog. Inhale, shift forward, shoulder blades slide. If we need to, drop the toe down. Inhale, lifting up. One more time, exhale, come forward. Engage that core. What's happening? Exhale back. Both feet down. Downward facing dog. Left leg lift in the air. Three-leg down dog. Inhale, shift forward. Three-legged plank. Exhaling back to down dog. Inhale, shift forward. Three-legged plank. Exhaling back to down dog. One more time. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale back to down dog. Both feet on the ground, downward facing dog. Soften our knees, finding a little child's pose. And breathe. Inhale, lifting up. Take our right leg, lunge outside our right foot. Turn the toes about 30 degrees. We're going to go to lizard pose, sinking into the hips. We can stay up on the hands. You have yoga blocks or books. You come down to forearms. One can be on the ground, one can be elevated, both on the ground. Just breathe here. Letting ourselves sink into that pose, lizard pose, and breathe. Notice where we're feeling tightness on this side. We'll compare it to the other side. What's happening with our core? Do you still have that mula bandha, that pulling up and in, that uddiyana bandha in our belly? On our next inhale, we're down with our arms. Inhale, lifting up. Planting the hands firmly on the ground, pulling that right foot back. Exhaling to downward facing dog or three-legged dog, whatever we need. Shift forward to plank, hold here. Breathing. Exhale back to down dog. One more time, inhale, shift forward to plank, hold. Exhale back to down dog. Drop both knees towards the mat, give me a little child's pose. Inhale, lifting up, left foot comes forward, going into that lizard pose on the left side. Left foot outside the left hand. Turn the toe about 30 degrees. And then sink into that back hip. Front knee is in line with the ankle. We can stay up on the hands. You can come down to forearms. Feel free to use a yoga block or prop. Just holding lizard here on this side. Notice how we're feeling here. Do we feel different on our left leg than we did on our right? Just breathe. And our next inhale, slowly lifting the chest up. Stepping our left foot back. Give me a little child's pose. Lifting up, we're going to go to dolphin pose. So come to our forearms, elbows under shoulders. Check those elbows are right under the shoulders. Hands can be together or flat on the mat. So it's a downward facing dog on our forearms for dolphin. Turn those feet over. As we exhale, lifting up, finding that dolphin pose. You should be able to shake your head yes and no. Pushing the shoulder blades away from the ears in this position. We're welcome to walk our feet towards our elbows. And if anybody wants to go to forearm stand, feel free. Breathing, dolphin or forearm stand, whatever we're holding. Relaxing through the head and neck completely. When we're ready, if we're in forearm stand, dropping down to our knees, finding child's pose. Planting the hands firmly on the ground, lifting up into downward facing dog. Stepping both feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway up. Exhaling, forward fold. Soften our knees, inhale, rising all the way up. Exhaling to mountain pose. Stepping our right foot back nice and long, open to warrior two. Nice and long in warrior two. So our heels or ankles are in alignment. Front foot towards the front edge of the mat, back foot towards the long edge. And we can add those arms long or at heart center, sinking into our warrior two here. Get these legs locked in place. And then think about your mula bandha. Are you lifting up in the pelvic floor? Are we pulling the belly button to the spine, finding that Uddiyana bandha? Keeping those bandhas held, reverse warrior. Inhale, lifting up. Lengthen through the front side of the body, finding length in our rib cage. Breathing, hand can be on the leg or behind our back. Inhale, back to warrior two as we exhale and hold. Side angle, hand softly to the thigh or to the front side of that leg or ground, other arm overhead or behind our back. Drop the hip as much as we can. You can look down at the foot, straight ahead, or up at the arm. Choosing where we want to place that neck. We just want it in line with the spine, wherever we choose. Breathing. Do we still have that Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha action happening? Inhale, rising back up into warrior two. This time we're going to straighten our front leg as we reverse. Inhale, lift up, straighten the front leg, lifting up, lengthening, reverse warrior. Soften our knee, exhaling back to warrior two. Be ready for triangle, straighten that front leg. Inhale, reaching forward, and then soften and land the hand on the shin or front side of the shin, other arm in the air or behind our back. Breathing and holding triangle. Soften our knee, inhale, rising back up into warrior two. Let's do that straight leg reverse warrior again. Inhale, lift up, straighten that leg, lengthen through the ribs. Then exhale, releasing to warriors. Releasing both arms down, let's go to wide straddle, turning both feet towards the long edge of the mat. Toes forward, tipping from our hip, hands reaching towards the ground, lifting the tailbone up. Relaxing head, neck, and shoulders down. Choosing where we want our arms. They can stay on the ground. We can go to chest expansion, clasping hands behind our back. We can hold the ankles, fingertips can reach back. Finding whatever option feels best today for us. Holding that wide forward fold. Lifting our tailbone towards the ceiling, shifting the weight towards the balls of the feet. And then pay attention, are we engaging that core? Do we still have Mula Bandha lifting up? Remember, I said I was going to focus on the core today. I want you to think about it in each pose. Slowly releasing the arms to the ground. Option here, keep the hips square. Walk your feet, hand to the right foot. Both hands can reach for the foot or ankle. Relax that head. Hips are staying square. Breathing. Slowly release, walking across to the other foot. Keep those hips square. And then grabbing the foot or ankle, relaxing that head into the upper arm. And breathe. Slowly releasing back to center. Find wide straddle. Hands towards the ground. Soften our knees. Come down into all fours. So we're in all fours. We're going to go to frog pose. Yeah, frog pose. So we're going to take our legs out to the side, toes turning out. And we're actually on the inside of the thighs here. And we can sink down, let those legs slide, keep those toes pointed out. So you kind of want your knee in line with your ankle. You don't want your heels behind your glutes. You want them in line with your ankle. Then we can stay up on the hands, or we can come down to forearms. Any version of this pose. Now, if this is not a comfortable pose for the knees or the hips, please take a child's pose. Listening to our bodies. Nice inner thigh stretch here. We got gravity working for us here. And back to that core focus. Are you pulling your belly button to your spine? Are you lifting through the pelvic floor? Welcome to stay here longer if we like. If we are ready to come out of this pose, lifting the chest up first and then sliding the knees together to be on all fours. So once we're on all fours, let's walk to the short end of our mat and lift up into downward facing dog. Inhaling. As we exhale, walk the feet towards the hands, coming into forward fold. Softening our knees, reverse swan dive up, and exhaling to mountain. So we're going to switch sides. We're stepping that left foot back, or you're welcome to turn. Left foot back into warrior two. So we're going to go through that series on this side. So finding our warrior two with the left leg back, right knee forward, sinking into those hips. Hips are facing the long edge of the mat. Hands can be at heart center. Or we can take those arms long. Breathing. Warrior two here. Sink into that pose. Sink into the hips. Taking that front knee. Pull it towards the pinky toe as much as we can. Reverse work. Keeping the knee bent. Locked in those legs. Inhale, lifting out of the ribs. Lengthen through the front of the ribs. Front side of the body. And breathe. Releasing back into warrior two, sink into those hips. Shouldn't really have to adjust the legs right at this point. Going into side angle. Hand to thigh or ground. Other arm over the head, in the air, or behind the back for protecting shoulder. Dropping our hip as much as we can. Check that the front knee is in line with the ankle. We can look down at the foot, straight ahead, or over the shoulder. Breathing here. Stacking those shoulders up, opening the hip. And then core focus. Do we have that engagement of our core? I know sometimes we get into the pose and we forget about that. That's why I thought I would focus on that today. Inhale, rising back up in to warrior two. We're going to go that straight leg reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, lift up, lengthen through the rib cage. Breathing. As we exhale, come back into our warriors. Getting ready to triangle. Straightening our front leg. Reaching forward with the fingertips. And then hand to shin or front side of the shin, other arm in the air. Again, we can look down, straight ahead, or up. Hand can be a low back if we're protecting shoulder. Breathing. Softening our front knee. Inhale, rising back up to warrior two. Reverse, leg straightening the front leg. Reverse, warrior. Softening that knee, coming back into warrior two. Or warrior two, hold. Coming back to that core engagement. Are we engaged in the core? Are we engaged in Mula Bandha? Softening our arms down. Turn both feet forward. And we can either walk in or safely step all the way together. We're going to go into some balancing poses. You can be wherever part of the mat you would like to be on. Short in, long in. How about we do dancer pose today? I haven't done dancer for a while. If you know you're going to need support, welcome to go to a wall or if you have a chair close by. We're going to put all of our weight in the left leg. I'm going to take my right hand out to the side. My left arm is counterbalancing, again, it can be on a wall. And then I'm going to grab my right foot. You can grab the outside or the inside. Once you grab it, think about squeezing the inner thighs together. Now we can stay here. Inner thighs squeeze, push the hips forward. We can have that arm go up and we can press our foot into our hand, finding dancer pose. I have a wall behind me. I'm not going to go into that full dancer, but welcome to take the expression of the pose that feels good for us today. Breathing. When we are ready, pulling the knees back together. We were in extended dancer and slowly release the foot down and walk it up. Switching sides. Again, if you need to move to come close to a wall or a chair, please do so. Ground through our feet. My right arm is going to be my counterbalance. Weight on my right leg, left leg. Bend the knee, grabbing either the inside or the outside of the foot. Pull those knees together, pushing our hips forward. Engage the core. Now we can choose to stay in this pose or pushing the hand up and the foot into the hand. Finding the expression of this pose that feels right for us today. And then think about the core, right? Is it engaged? Actually, in balance poses, core helps us balance. If we are ready, slowly pulling the knees back together and really seeing the foot and arm down. Walk it out. Nice job. I'm going to step to the short end of my mat. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, swan diving forward, forward, forward. Stepping both feet back, down dog. If we would like to go through sun salutation, please do so now. We can come forward to plank. If you want to hold, we can chaturanga or crocodile, up dog or baby cobra, back to down dog. Going to pigeon pose. So I'm going to do it here facing the ground. If we need a different option, please take it. Lifting that back, right leg back up and pull it towards the right wrist. Adjusting as needed. Walk the back leg back. If you need the laying down pigeon, please flip over to the back and do reclined pigeon, figure 4 there. Stay up on the hands or come forward and breathe. Pay attention. Is our back toe pointing behind us? Did we let our core release completely? Think about lifting through the core. How does that feel? Does it feel different as we engage the core? Definitely has a different feel than if you just let it go. Breathing. On our next inhale, if we're ready to come out of pigeon and we're on the ground, we can lift our chest up, planting our hands on the ground. And then we can choose to come back into downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, shake it out, whatever we need here. switching legs, left leg in the air. Pull the knee towards the wrist, left wrist, foot towards the right, adjusting manually if needed. I like to walk my back leg back a little bit, pointing my toe behind me, and then choosing if I want to stay up on the hands or come down. And remember, we can feel completely different from side to side. We're on our backs, we switch sides. Always can do that reclined pigeon if this is a problem for our knee or our hip, creating any discomfort. Again, focusing on the core. Can we engage the core? How does that change the feel of this pose? If we're ready to come out of this pose, please feel free to lift the chest whenever we're ready. Lifting our back leg and stepping back into downward facing dog. Option here to hold downward facing dog, shake that leg, three-legged dog. And if we want, we can flow through that vinyasa sun salutation. If we want it, plank, crocodile, up dog, or baby cobra, and meeting back in down dog. Go ahead and take a child's pose here, sitting over those heels. And breathe. Inhale, lifting up, bring those knees underneath our hips. Let's go into a back bend. We're going to do camel pose today. We can choose to keep the feet down or turn the feet up. Please listen to our bodies as we find this pose. Palms or fists come to that low back. First thing I want to do, find the core engagement. Lift through the pelvic floor. Pull the belly button towards the spine. Pull the elbows back. Engage the core a little bit. Squeeze the glutes. And then push when we're ready. Hips forward, belly button forward, ribs, and then heart center towards the ceiling. Finding the rainbow shape of camel pose. And if it's in our practice and we can keep this shape without sinking into our low back, we're welcome to reach for heels or ankles. Just don't compromise the low back just to get to the toes. Whenever we're ready, tucking that chin towards our chest, slowly lifting up, releasing those arms. Go ahead and come to all fours and bend our back the other direction, finding a cat pose on our exhale. And then either a neutral or sway back on the inhale. One more time, cat pose on the exhale. And a neutral on the inhale. Bringing our feet around, let's have a seat. Starting with our legs out in front of us. Lengthening the spine, finding the sitting bones. Pull the toes towards the chest, soften the knees as much as needed. Bend those knees more if it's a hamstring. Lengthen through our back, shoulders back and down. Tipping from our hip, walk down our legs, reaching towards calves, ankles, or feet. Looking towards our knees or between our knees. And hold. Slowly walking back up our legs. Take our right foot, bring it in. It can stay on the floor, cross over. Left foot can stay straight. I'm going to keep mine straight today, but if we want to tuck it underneath, please feel free to tuck it underneath. Lengthen through the spine. Holding and hugging the top leg in. And then adding a twist if we would like to. Right hand by the hip. Lengthen the spine again. Engage the core. Twist low back, middle back, upper back, look over the shoulder. Breathing and holding. Welcome to use that arm if it reaches to that leg for leverage. On our next exhale, we're releasing back to center. Switching legs. I'm bringing my left leg in, crossing over. I'm going to keep my right leg straight. Welcome to tuck it underneath. Sitting up super tall, lengthen the spine, hugging that knee into our chest. Kind of settling into the hold here. And if we'd like to invite a twist in, left hand by the hips. Lengthen the spine again, engage the core, and then twist. Low back, middle back, upper back, look over our shoulder. Keep hugging the knee in or use that elbow if it reaches for leverage. On our next exhale, slowly untwisting. And across those legs. Sliding down our mat, laying on our back. We're going to finish on our back today. Hugging our knees into our chest, we can rock back and forth through side to side. Let's go into happy baby. Either grab behind the arches of the feet, push the heels up, or grab those feet. Heels towards the ceiling, knees outside of our body. Piece the fruit under the chin. Pressing the feet down while we push up. Dynamic tension in the legs. As we breathe and hold. Slowly release the feet down, all the way to the floor. Walk the heels towards the glutes. Take a breath here, palms are up, bridge pose. Option to go into shoulder stand if we prefer. So choosing bridge or shoulder stand. Inhaling, as we exhale, lift the hips up. We're doing bridge, feet are staying on the ground. We're doing shoulder stand, feet are going in the air, and we're supporting that low back. So choosing one of those poses. I'm staying with bridge. If we're in bridge, we can roll those shoulders and clasp the hands if that feels okay. And if we're in shoulder stand, legs up. Think about that core. What's happening? Are you engaging the core? We're thinking about the back side of our body, but don't forget about the front side. Breathing. If we're in shoulder stand, can stay longer if we like. If we're in bridge, I'm going to take us out of it. Take a breath in, release the hands from the shoulders, setting down one vertebrae at a time. If we're in shoulder stand, slowly take the hands out and release the spine down. Hugging our knees into our chest, we can rock back and forth or side to side. We'll do some twists. So we have like three things we're going to do. Arms wide at our shoulders, inner thighs and feet together. Drop our knees to the left side, lift the right hip up, right shoulder stays down if we can. Keep the shoulder down. Sometimes it lifts, and that's okay. Might be the proportions of our body. Just a spine release here, breathing. As we inhale, on our next inhale, lifting those knees up. And then switching and dropping our knees to the right side, lifting the left hip. Keep that left shoulder down and breathe. Look away from those knees, keep lifting the hips, breathing. On our next inhale, slowly lifting back to center. Our last pose will be reclined butterfly, feet together, knees open wide. Hands can be by the hips, on the belly and the chest as we breathe, or long overhead. Choosing any option, making sure we have a piece of fruit under the chin so the back of the neck is long. We're just going to breathe here 5 breaths. Inhale deeply, and then exhale, open mouth, exhale. Inhaling deeply, exhaling, open mouth, exhale. Inhaling again, open mouth, exhale. Inhaling one last time. And exhaling, open mouth, exhale. We're going to go into Shavasana. So if this is a comfortable place for us, please feel free to stay in this position. If we would like to bend the knees, we can. Always welcome to take the knees wider or feet wider, knees drop in, or straighten our legs laying on our back. Finding our Shavasana pose. Whatever is comfortable for us. And breathe. I'm going to sit up, walk you through a little Shavasana here. So settling into our Shavasana pose, focusing on our breath. Think about inhaling energy into our body and exhaling tension. Inhaling. And as we exhale, let our bodies relax completely. Maybe it feels heavy and we sink into the floor. Noticing our body that's in contact with the floor. Feeling the pressure of those points on our body. And as we exhale, just try to relax our body a little bit. Checking in that we're not holding tension in our body. So we're relaxed through the forehead and the jaw. We'll relax through our neck and our shoulders. We'll relax through our back and our torso. Relaxing our arms completely from the tops of the shoulders all the way to the fingertips. Relaxing our legs completely from the hips all the way down to the tips of the toes. As we inhale, bring energy in. As we exhale, if we still feel like we're holding any tension, just bring our awareness to that area. Maybe try to let it go with the exhale. Allowing our bodies to feel at ease, feeling calm, feeling at peace. If this is feeling good, please feel free to stay here longer. If we feel ready to come out of Shavasana, slowly begin to wiggle fingers, toes, ankles, wrists, inviting movement back into the body if we're ready. If we're ready to move, we can slowly come to one side. If we're ready, we can press to an upright, comfortable position. Taking a few breaths with me if you like. A nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, exhaling out completely. Nice deep breath in, inhale, and exhaling out. One more inhale, and exhaling out. Bringing my hands towards heart center. The greatness in me honors the greatness in you. Namaste. Thank you for coming to Slow Flow. My name is Lynn. I will unmute if you would like to chat. Otherwise, have a great weekend.